Hello everyone, we will see how to show a map. We'll get the constants, we will set up the rendering engine stage component, we'll initialize the SDK, and we will load the map. So open your Android manifest.xml file. The first thing that we have to do here is we need to add the users library inside our application tag. Just call the org.apache.http.legacy and I'm setting the required to true, but you can set it to false. This is the library that the SDK uses internally, so it's better if we include it here. Now go to your package, right click, new, just add an empty activity. Just keep the settings as it is, keep the name as it is. You can choose to change the name. Click on finish. Now we are looking at the main activity. I would like to go to the XML file of it, and by default Android Studio sets the root layout as constraint layout. I would like to change it to relative layout. That just works better with the SDK if you want to dynamically add some components. Now we will add the rendering engine stage component. That will be the main view through which we will be able to see our map. Just give an appropriate ID. I'm giving the ID as stage. Just set the layout width as match parent. Set the layout height as match parent as well. Okay, close the tag. The next we will add is a progress bar. We'll just set the layout width and height as wrap content. Just give the appropriate ID. I'm just calling it as progress bar. Thread plus ID progress bar. I would like to set one property called indeterminate because our time is not fixed. How much time will it take the map to load also depends on the internet, right? So we will just set the indeterminate property as true and the visibility as visible. So as and when we open the activity, the progress bar will be visible. We want it in the center of the parent. Go to your main activity class file. Just create those objects that we just created in the activity main.xml, that is the stage. Now declare the progress bar object. In the onCreate method, just find view by ID, pass in r.id.stage. Progress bar equal to find view by ID r.id.progress bar. Okay, so we have both the views ready. Now the next thing we will do is initialize the map. Let's see, so we will create, first of all we will create the JAuth object. That's basically the authentication object. First of all, we need to create some map credentials. So let us create a constants file. Go to your package, right click, new Java class. Just call this class constants. It will basically consist of all the static variables that we might need as map credentials. So we need client ID, venue ID, we need the host, we need client secret. So let's just start and initialize them. I'm leaving it as blank for now. You can copy it later. Client secret, leave it as blank. Next thing is the host. And now we will add the customer ID. You will get all these information in the Jibestream CMS. And venue ID, just set it to 443 for now. Now try and grab the client ID, client secret, and the host. It's just a combination of hexadecimal values. Get the host, just paste it. So that is done. Go to your main activity and let's get back to creating the authentication object and initializing the map. Just uncomment the JAuth to a new JAuth, pass in constants dot client ID and constants dot client secret. Once the JAuth object has been created, just create a JMap options object, initialize them, pass in the JAuth object, pass in constants dot customer ID and constants dot venue ID and constants dot host and your stage object. So this is our map options. It's initialized correctly. Next thing that we will do is we will create the JMap object. It's basically the map that we will see, to a new JMap, pass in the context and the map options. Do map.init and just pass in just initialize the onMap init callback. Just let it override onReady and onError. Inside onReady, we will just try and make the progress bar's visibility to gone. Just make sure to add this in the run UI thread because sometimes it might get slightly problematic, it might give you errors, so it's better to just add this. Add the same logic in onError as well. And now the most important steps here is to add override, rather onResume and onPause lifecycle methods of the activity. Here we are going to resume the map. So we'll do a stage dot get map view dot resume map. Similarly, in the onPause method of the activity, we will try and pause the map. Just try and override the method. Same way, stage dot get map view dot pause map. Alright, so these were the critical steps for allowing us to load the map. Now go to our manifest activity. We just need to make this activity as the launcher activity, so we'll just add the intent filter here. To the intent filter, and we also need to add the sub property action, but since it is part of the intent filter, just write the intent filter action, give the Android name. The action should be the main and category should be the launcher. Okay, so it will take away all the errors, and here we go, we are good to run the application now. Let us just test and see. Okay, I'm hoping that you have your emulator set. You can just check out all the settings that I have here on my emulator. It's pretty basic. This sign is nothing but just tells that the emulator is yet to get online. You can dismiss it, but it might just come back again. Let it get online, give it some time. Can run the application. In the deployment target, you will be able to see that the connected devices does not have the emulator yet because it's not online. Now it is getting online. Okay, there we go. Just click on OK, and it will just load the application now. You will see that the performance is way better when it comes to the device. But yeah, so here we are, our map has been loaded. You can see all the units, the parking area. You can pan it, you can zoom it, and this is how you load the map.